Just gonna
play that one more time. Okay.
What in the world?
What's going on?
Yeah, pretty nice, right? Sex tape bikinis is the new thing.
You are.
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss.
Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah. Good morning and welcome to episode 1037 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Pat's got Red Lobster, a French maniac, and more in your cup of coffee in the big time.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it. We got a little life, a little death, a little eating, a little royalty, some viral stuff, and I'm not talking about clips.
Oh,
No, I'm talking about.
Oh,
clips.
Really? Like viruses?
yeah.
No, I was talking about clips. But I could have gotten viruses.
Like Cyrus the
Oh yeah, from
Is there new,
Con
is
Air?
there new viruses?
Con Air.
Does
There
Red
are
Lobster sell their biscuits like in the freezer section yet?
Who? That might be a
Red
good
Lobster.
Google
No, you know
and a
why?
fact to come in with.
West, you know why they don't? Because
they're
they'd
so
have to
bad
put
for
the they'd have to put the calorie counts on those things in the frozen section, and no one.
Well, and also it's the only reason to go into the restaurant. We'll
Save
get
it.
to Red
True.
Lobster in
Save
the coffee.
it.
We'll get to Red Lobster in the coffee.
15,000 calories.
Well, it's worth it because they are delicious. Okay, Red Lobster in the coffee. For now, we'll talk about what else we're talking about. Wes has a new segment featuring a Chick-fil-A scandal on deck. Second story.
That's right. I get to talk fast food today, so I'm happy.
Nice. Good. Mark's got more reverberations in the wake of the Queen's death and more in the TikTok International moment. So
Well, she was there forever, so there's going to be a little bit of a wake,
70 years.
Big shit.
She leaves a big void, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad girl, you know.
Massive void in her absence. And I've got the exciting conclusion of the Virginia bike path flasher. I know everybody's been waiting on bated breath for that one, and other penis adjacent news to blast us out of this one today.
Do we know the bike path flasher?
I mean, we'll get to it.
It's possible that he's in a.
Well,
how many degrees are we away from this guy?
We'll get to it at the end. It's possible. Okay,
Are
the
we close
Fatathon.
friends with the flasher?
No, we're not close friends with the flasher, but it's possible that we could be.
He was in our
tangentially
town.
aware of him. The
You'd know
Fatathon
about it by
has
now if you
begun.
were.
No, we wouldn't. Well, that's true.
You don't
We're
think?
trying-
Well, the Fatathon hasn't officially begun. Well,
Wes, well, why not? Well, yeah, because Pat, have you weighed in yet?
I'm going to weigh in right now.
Whoa.
Final host is weighing in
Live
currently.
weigh-in.
Right now.
Live.
think
Took
Pat's
off
gonna
his
weigh?
jacket, which is general respect. That's nice.
What were you
It's a nice
last?
touch.
You were like 243 last Fatathon.
I don't remember. What do you guys think I'm going to weigh? Let's take a
I'll
little.
just go with
let's take
that.
a little action.
243.
Well, let's just go with 240. Just
How
a
much
straight
coke you
240.
doing at the beach?
A lot of Coke.
Oh, I haven't done any
cocaine
coke.
or Coke?
Haven't done any coke. I am drinking a Coca-Cola from Popeyes.
Great question.
Well, guess, Wes.
I'm gonna say 231.
Okay.
231. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so
he's weighing.
so we've got it all over the map. We got him from 231 to up to 245. Is that what yours, Mark? 243. Okay, I got him right below Mark.
We
at
don't have any
240.
batteries in this live weigh-in.
It's going to have to happen in 1 second. Because we're out of AAA, but I
batteries?
Live weigh-in, and he doesn't have batteries in his.
have
That's
fresh
not
AAA.
preparing your props before the
Wow.
show right there. Oh
what
my
a
goodness.
fucking clown doing this to us.
Wow.
Incredible to have
mean,
fresh AAA's though. I mean, that's
Well,
It
he's
totally
he's gonna
crumbled.
lose a tenth of a pound.
The
running
whole
like that.
thing crumbled right before our very eyes. Look at this.
By the way,
he's
while
not
we're
even-
waiting,
he
yes.
just ran away.
you can buy the mix,
Oh, the mix. Well, that's stupid.
which is not the same.
no.
But the mix, okay, yeah, the mix.
They
is
lie
gonna
to
be-
you about how to make it. They definitely don't tell you
Right,
to put like
it's not
8
gonna
pounds
have,
of
like-
butter in it. Yeah.
no.
Those things are
People
mostly
dropping
butter,
dead in
right?
Red Lobsters from these
Oh,
things.
they're I'd say 70% butter.
It's like half a stick per biscuit. It's amazing. That's the best part about going to Red Lobster. It's fucking incredible. So, anyways,
live.
while Pat,
About
Did
the
you
fresh
get- so-
AAA's. But I'm taking
Pat's
them out of the
getting-
remote.
good. Pat's getting his
See,
triple A.
he did-
He's
I was
setting
gonna
up
say
the
it was-
scale.
Didn't have the fresh triplets. That was
So he's the last host that's weighing in. He's going to be the last contestant. Okay, get your stuff in. If you've sent it in before you see this, you're in. Send in the car to be eligible for the grand prize. Be a patron of any tier. Send in the car as the top tier. Be a patron of any tier to be eligible for second place. Play along on social media or in the Patreon for a chance at a merch spin.
He's looking pretty svelte, I gotta say.
Yeah,
I think
Pat's
231
It's always about his thighs, bros.
It is.
Yeah, he's a lower body. He's a lower body weight holder.
He looks like he's 215. He looks like he's 215, but he comes in at 240.
Right.
Because his thighs.
About my base.
Yeah. Very thick base. So what are you at, sir?
It was how many kilograms?
Oh no!
Well, you're gonna have to. So the batteries reset.
Bought a British.
Went over to kilograms. You're gonna have to reset that to pounds. Now I can multiply though. It's times 2.2. Now tell me the kilograms.
Control.
I mean, it's weighing in at 184. That's
184 kilograms.
No,
184.
184 pounds. He's weighing in on the carpet.
Are you
ladies
on
and gentlemen.
carpet? Yeah.
This is what's happening. He's weighing in on top of a carpet pad.
Get in the bathroom.
This was poorly thought out. He not only didn't have his batteries in his scale.
This is 5
he also
minutes of show.
Then tried to weigh in on the carpet.
243.4.
243.4. On the nose.
Nose, Mark.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what you were last time too?
Yeah, he was like 243 last time.
Nice work.
That's his resting weight. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's my resting weight. Let's do the news.
Yeah.
If you want to get it on the Fatathon, it's you have until what? Is it closed?
No,
It's closed,
now.
right?
Till you hear this right now.
Today is the last day.
You have to beg Greg Riley to get in.
If you're after you saw what Pat did, you should. It's not that hard, right? So you should be able to get on a.
Anybody can do it, even if you don't have batteries or are weighing in on carpet.
Okay, let's do the news.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
What's that, Wes?
Two questions.
Said you're going to put a shirt back on.
Two questions. Yeah. Are you going to put a shirt on?
243.4 after that sip.
Okay. He is putting a shirt on. Second question, Pat. Since it is the Fatathon, I have to bring it up. You still owe the listeners the punishment for losing the first Fatathon in 2018, 2019. Are you planning to make good on the loser video for that Fatathon at some point?
Well, Beto O'Rourke isn't running anymore.
Well, he certainly is for governor of Texas.
Look, I don't want to put a MAGA hat on, okay, but let me think about it.
Well, it doesn't have to be that.
You can go to a Trump rally with the Hillary shirt on.
I would do that.
Yeah.
But I want to say I'm not a Hillary guy. But anyway, guys, first up in the coffee, the coffin.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
And the body.
Did you hit the button?
We heard it, right?
Yeah, I interrupted. Sorry.
It's okay. The coffin and the body of Queen Elizabeth was wheeled to St. Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh, where it will remain until Tuesday. And the Crown of Scotland sitting right there on a cushion on top of the casket. And it's going to stay there until it gets flown to London. And keeping guard on it, I guess, is King Charles III, Princess Anne, Edward of England, and then Andrew, and then the Royal Company of Archers. The 4 kids went out there for 10 minutes, but the Royal Company of the Archers are still standing there. They're going to be guarding the Queen's casket around the clock during it goes to London.
What kind of bows we talking on this troop of archers?
I
got a picture of it?
I got a pic, bro.
Yeah, let me
Can
see.
you see it?
All right. Those are long bows, but they don't even have a string. They couldn't even fire that if they wanted to. It's just like a show.
You could get out of range by the time they're ready to fire that.
Oh, they can't even. Look at these guys can't even fire those things. Guaranteed. Look at this. No. It's a straight bow. The thing doesn't even connect. It's like
the guy on Prince Andrew's left or right when you're looking hasn't fired a long bow in decades.
No, those are it's strictly ornamental.
Is that a woman?
It's a lot like
where's a woman?
I know it's
Two to the right. Two to the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Prince Anne. Princess Anne. Yeah.
Unbelievable, Wes, right?
And then there's Prince Edward of Inacan, and then just Andrew, and then King Charles, the third one. And apparently the casket is filled with dry ice. That was the first question I had, which is
what?
How are they keeping that body fresh?
Well, they got to ship it all around the UK. Everyone gets a piece. Yeah.
They put her on ice?
Ton of dry ice in there.
The Queen's body is like the Stanley Cup. They're going to
everyone gets
they're going to tour it around the country.
Yeah. She's like crab legs.
Yeah. Oh, she's delicious.
Could you imagine the scene if they lost her body, though? Oh,
no.
Or if somebody maimed it, like if there's like an accident and it's not in the condition to display, that's going to be a
guys, that wasn't dry ice. That was acid.
Yeah, it serves two purposes too, because it preserves her, and it's a sick effect when they open the casket.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like a wrestling match.
The Undertaker, yeah.
Yeah. She's got ground effects on that casket too.
Yeah, they got a strobe light behind it.
What are they doing?
Introducing the former Queen of England.
Isn't it 11-day funeral? Is that what I heard?
Dude, it was supposed to be like 11
I know
days
the Leeds
of mourning.
game got postponed.
Some of the EPL games are postponed. Some are happening as planned. Apparently, they're shortening the days of mourning from 11 to something shorter. But like British airspace is shut down right now.
They were going to shut down for 11 days.
It's a lot of days.
What?
Yeah, they were saying it was going to cost like trillions of dollars in like lost
For Charles,
wages.
it's going to be 2 days, but for her, it's 11, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Red Lobster. I don't know about you guys, but growing up, Red Lobster was the restaurant for my family to go to. My mom, seafood lover. My dad, pescatarian. So we ended up at Red Lobster a lot over there in the Clock Tower
Convenient,
Shopping Center on the border of Herndon and Oakton. I was a big Red Lobster guy. We would go to the smoking section, which was classic. Did you guys go to Red Lobster?
Married into a Red Lobster family.
Yes.
Did you? I thought I liked your wife.
Love
grandparents
Red Lobster
used to take me
now.
there.
Go with her all the time.
Not my family, no.
What would you? My mom would get a pina colada. She said, "I'll get a pina colada, just one."
Oh, it's a
And
great
she'd
place
have
for drinks.
3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to have a boozy lunch, head over to Red
Well,
Lobster.
While I'm here, I'll just have the second and the third.
Yeah, and most importantly, guys, they have the biscuits. But Red Lobster was trending because a guy who must not have experienced or just forgot what we learned when Donald Trump came out of nowhere and won the 2016 election, and he tweeted, "quote I don't understand how the following restaurants are still in business." The list: Chili's, Applebee's, Olive Garden, Red Lobster.
Okay, all of those are bangers, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember at another Cohen when everyone was like, Hillary's definitely going to win, and then America spoke different, right? Because there's lots of states in between those coastal cities that I'm sure you live in. At another Cohen.
This piece of shit. Applebee's just brought back $12.99 all-you-can-eat boneless wings.
Right. Yeah, this guy, well, because the wing price finally dropped, which is nice.
You can do bone in, I think, too, but
levels.
$12.99, and you get like a side, you get like fries, and all-you-can-eat boneless wings for $12.99?
That's a good point, Pat, though. This guy lives in a city where it's all there. Like the competition for restaurants is so steep that these types of restaurants don't thrive.
That
So
dude's out of
He's a
touch with
snooty
reality.
fuck is what he
Yeah,
is.
right.
And believe it or not, guys, this kicked off an intense fucking debate. So much so that Red Lobster was trending for the better part of the day yesterday. Okay.
Well, he did them
So
a favor, didn't he?
The debate raged, and it went all sorts of different directions. And by the way, before I get into it, I do want to point something. I don't want to brag or anything, but my domestic life partner and baby mama, Kate Mannion, she is the queen of riblets, officially donned by Applebee's. I don't know if you guys
Really?
know that.
That's congrats to Kate. That's awesome.
She won a all you can tweet riblet competition a couple years back.
That's
we haven't run it again, so she
My
still has the
wife has
crown.
worked at Chili's and Applebee's.
Yep.
Look at that.
We
And
still
I've
have
gotten
riblets
kicked out
gift
of a
cards.
few.
There you go. Riblets.
Yeah. So take that. Don't even remember your name, the guy
Yeah,
who
who is
tweeted
this
it.
jackass?
At another Cohen. Okay, look. So here was a response to give you an idea of how the internet was chirping back. At Tired Tater, Salty AF Potato said, when my dad was, quote, allowed by my mother to visit us, going out to Olive Garden or Red Lobster was special because we couldn't afford to go any other time. It may not be high quality, but it sure beats eating tuna helper at home with a hateful mother.
Yeah,
That's a great point.
Alex C just doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it. John Semele 3000 says, my parents took my fiance and I to celebrate our recent engagement at Red Lobster, and we all had a great time. My dad did the thing where he got the bill and he did a little balking at the price, eye-popping face when he opened it. It was funny. Hope this helps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the eye popping.
Yeah.
Whoa, you guys
That's a classic Red
got
Lobster
the legs,
experience.
huh? Yeah.
It took a different turn. Okay. So someone tweeted, how can anyone justify living in New York City? And this is in relation to this particular tweet. And then
they're assuming that this another Cohen lives in New York City, and that's it. That's where
so this guy was kind of a Red Lobster stan, but also snooty in his own respect. He was saying, how could someone justify living in New York City, and then going on to say, I make X amount of money and I live in the Midwest and I do it up big in the Midwest. And then that launched a whole thread.
His points.
Yeah, a whole thread of tweets of guys being like, I love how these low-key wannabe rich guys with fat wives are stunting like New York sucks.
He should have left it at, how can anyone live in New York City? You guys are so delusional. You want 4 of the best chains of all time to be gone because they're not good enough for you. That's where he should have left it. Not, my house is huge and all this crap. Yeah.
It is big.
Right.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you guys,
to be fair, people from the middle of the country genuinely believe that the edge of the country sucks ass, and people from the edge of the country genuinely believe that the middle of the country sucks ass. It's a two-way street.
Isn't this a suburbs thing? Like we grew up in
suburbs,
one of the wealthiest counties in America, right?
It's
in a very well-educated place.
It's city versus not.
No, it's city versus rural. It's all
City
country
versus
mouse,
rural.
city mouse. It's always the same. It's been like this
also,
forever.
You have to convince yourself. Yeah, even though I think all these restaurants are fantastic, but if you don't live in a big city where there are these great options, you have to convince yourself that these are the best of the best.
Right. It's like it becomes the place where you have all your meals because it's like the only fucking thing.
I'll tell you what's changed.
Like, where do you want to go to? The Chili's or the Olive Garden?
Well, we'll go fancy. We'll go Red Lobster.
For these restaurants for city folk that
if you have one.
Like for example, Austin. You live in downtown Austin. Yeah, you're too snooty for this. But if you live in South Austin, Uber Eats, man, Uber Eats. Some of these restaurants, you can do that too.
Yeah,
changes the game.
What was it like in Reston, Wes? I know that in Herndon, Olive Garden was kind of a special treat because we had to go all the way to the new development in Loudoun County to get Olive Garden.
We had Clyde's and stuff.
Well, these chains exist in driving cities, just not walking cities.
He's a town center guy.
My grandparents used to take me, who are Herndon people, just like my dad grew up downtown Herndon, right next to Will. And
must have hated visiting them.
We used to, I mean, I'd slum it and go stay at their house, and they'd take me to Red Lobster and.
Right in the heart of H-Town.
Yeah, right in the heart. Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
Oh, man. Anyway, there you go. Real quick actual ranking. Crazy. I'm going Red Lobster numero uno of those 4. Absolutely. I'm putting Chili's
hold on, put them back
at
up,
the back. I'm putting Chili's at the way back.
Whoa.
I am
Chili's
putting
last?
Red Lobster. It's in reverse order of his tweet. Red Lobster, Olive Garden, Applebee's, Chili's, in my opinion.
Oh, apologies to Kate, but I got to go Applebee's last on that list.
Give me all 4.
Okay. Did you know that it's open late? Okay.
Give me all 4.
I did know the other 3 are.
Dude, Applebee's has the best deal. They do like $1 Long Island's 1 month, and it's like $1.
Dude, the breadsticks and the never ending like soup. And
I'm with you. Olive Garden is the Olive Garden, Chili's, Red Lobster, Applebee's for me.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. You throw Outback on that list. Is it unanimously taking the number 1 spot?
Of course.
Yes.
I don't know.
Obviously.
It's going up there though. It's I'd say so. Probably.
Yes,
so.
100%.
Yeah.
That's 20th anniversal restaurant stuff there. Anyway, guys.
Well, the Bloomin' Onion. I mean,
Pat, I saw to the people in the beginning. Those tweets are more my type of speed. I like those. There was one I saw for a similar thing about like a trashy tweets thing, and it was a woman explaining how she gave birth and she did a home birth because her husband wanted to. So she asked for a push present.
Husband wanted to.
Husband wanted the home birth, like in the bathtub at home. So she asked for a push.
I don't want
present.
anyone looking at your vagina, but me.
Is he hoping she'll die or something?
Hear me out.
I don't know.
I need you to spit this baby out in the tub at home.
Her push present for
Nothing
having
to clean
a home birth was she got to go to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh,
that was the best.
That was the push present.
Yeah, he wanted her.
Yeah, I think my sister got diamond rings.
We read a similar review.
That's what I'm talking about. We were reading like
from a Red Robin though. A Red Robin.
Yeah, it was in that week of reviews.
I think there was another.
Vein, yeah.
Red Robin's current slogan is "Yum."
That was an anniversary gift. Red Robin.
It's trash.
It should be yuck.
Yeah.
Red Robin, yuck.
It's just a burger.
It is trash.
It's trash.
But unlimited fries.
Some fucking pimply faced child of a divorcee with who's dating an older man making you burger in the back.
That's a good point. With Red Robin, I could see people trashing that chain because you have a better local burger spot, no matter where you live, even if you're.
It's called anything.
Anything. It's called your backyard. Figure it out, guys. Keeping it on in the vein of the internet. Huge story yesterday. A French millionaire dentist was jailed. Whoa, what do you mean?
Whoa,
Goodness,
look
the
at that
officer's
butt.
ass.
What are you talking about?
Whoa.
Guys,
Photoshop that.
no. Guys, what are you talking
Come
about?
on.
Let me read the
I
headline.
can't let you finish the story. The butt.
There's not much of a story, Mark. Let me read the headline.
That is a
That's the
police
story.
officer.
French millionaire dentist jailed for mutilating his patients from low-income neighborhoods with unnecessary work. And it's a photograph from a video. There was a video. I don't think this is a still frame. I think this is an actual photo from the AP. And you have the French dentist
He
coming
was
out.
arrested by Kim Kardashian. He was arrested by Coco.
He looks disheveled. You have a normal like a detective type cop with like a polo shirt on tucked in. You have maybe a lawyer behind, and then you have a woman that looks like she got the police uniform at the Halloween store and strapped on
officer
her
at the court.
gigantic butt.
How did she
Yeah,
get
he's
those
an officer
pants
at the
on?
court, and she is manning that door with, I mean, her base pat. It makes your base look pathetic. I mean, that is the thickest base I've ever seen. It's
That's a 60-inch butt.
Okay, so we learned from Nicki Minaj, who came out recently saying, "I didn't feel like I was whole enough, right? So I got butt implants." We learned from Nicki Minaj, and she regrets it, that this is a Nicki Minaj butt. These are butt implants. This is a cop
no
walking
kidding.
around
100%.
Yes.
with
I mean,
butt
it's got to be.
implants.
It's so
God,
impressive.
yes, at least one round.
Now, when that dentist, right, this is really bad for him. He's being perp walked out of the court yesterday. Did he think
Huge
to himself,
for the bailiff, though. Huge
Well,
for her.
did he
I mean,
think
she's
to
going to
himself,
start a career off that picture.
There's nothing that can overshadow what a scumbag I look like today, right?
People are going to start getting arrested in purpose in this town.
Yeah,
This is a
real
double
shame
good
to
news
the victims'
thing. Like,
families.
Double good news. It's he gets caught, and everybody got to see how huge her ass is for the first time.
Yeah,
I
if you
still
want to
don't
see
know-
the
I still don't know what he did. I didn't,
Mutilated his
I didn't hear a
low-income
word.
patients. Yeah,
his
Donated,
dentist.
Not
he
good
donated
patients.
something, right?
What did he do? I don't know. I don't care.
not good.
If you want to see the video
Start a
or the
foundation.
photo, you can go to @HardFactorNews on Twitter. Go follow us on Twitter, and you go to yesterday's post. There's a video. It says this has to be photoshopped, right? That's the video. Well, you got to watch till the end. Moving on, guys. Rakeem Hashim Allen, better known by his stage name PNB Rock, who's a rapper originally from Philadelphia, was shot at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in Los Angeles yesterday evening after his girlfriend posted an Instagram story of her chicken and waffles with the location tag Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, which some are saying led to the robbery / shooting. Now, there's-
man.
That's unfortunate.
yeah. There's video on social media. I don't recommend watching it. The big takeaway for this, other than this is and I'm going to get to it, like this is a horrible trend that's happening with musicians
Did he die?
who are wealthy being targeted. We don't know yet, but he was. But the internet moves so fast right now that there's video of him lying on the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles floor bleeding out.
oh my goodness, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't recommend
Wasn't-
watching it.
We've been talking about it. Isn't violent crime like insanely on the rise the last 2 years? Like,
Man, it's I don't know if it's that
Yeah.
necessarily.
no,
But
it's for real. Like the stats, like it's just been like ton
and we talked about it recently. Like one of the new trends is that if there is like a gang beef or a beef, they're using social media to talk about it and then challenge people to come, like, and then boom, it's like I'm here, come get me, and then the people come and they murder them, and it's all digitized, it's all online. It's not great.
Well, let's talk about that. So obviously, I think the first one in major memory was Kim Kardashian getting tied up and robbed when she was in Paris. Everyone knew she was in Paris. Tekashi. And if you've been paying attention to deaths in hip hop over the last couple of years, you remember Pop Smoke. He went out to LA, was renting a house from one of the Real Housewives, posted on social media he was out there. People know how much money these guys have because it's part of their social media presence to flaunt, right? So,
and there's websites that tell you how much money they have.
yeah, so these people went out and they robbed Pop Smoke, and he was killed during the robbery. And then what Mark was getting at, a Florida rapper, Raleigh Bands, who was killed just 5 minutes after he posted to social media that he was going to be home in 5 minutes if any of his enemies, quote, wanted smoke.
And they were there. They showed up. They wanted the smoke.
They did. They
killed
wanted it.
Yeah, there's a term for it. We talked about it like a month ago, and they have like detectives working on it now. But it's a new trend where your beef is all on Instagram stories, and then you get killed.
Well, what's crazy right now too is like the economics of the situation. Like over the last 2 years, like the like there's more luxury car purchases by Americans right now than ever before, right? So like the rich people got like they have a lot of disposable income right now. They made a lot of money over the COVID period, and regular people
they're tweeting
did not.
out shit like I can't believe Red Lobster still exists.
Right, exactly, and regular people did not. So a lot of people are going to start coming after these fucking hoity. And it sucks. It's horrible. It's horrible.
But these are musicians. That's fucking sucks. These guys are earning their money through music, right? And then they're targets because that's part of marketing yourself in the hip hop rap community is showing off what you earned. And you guys are fucking. It's horrible. It's fucking terrible.
When crime's going up and people are struggling, though, maybe not the best time to clout post about all your fucking shit that you have.
It's funny.
Some of them are some of it's just the jewelry that they wear. Like it's not even necessarily clout posting. 2
friends of the show rapped over a new viral. This guy's like rap over my beat, and it's like a split screen, and he has the beat and you rap over it. And it got me to thinking, I can't rap, but I was like, if I were to rap, I would actually do the opposite. I would rap about how poor I was and how I only have sex with one woman, my wife, as like a shtick, like how poor, like that. I think that could be a fun rap thing too.
And you'd stay
kind
that
of like
way,
country
no
music
one would buy those
sadness, but with a rap. Yeah.
It's smart. It's called everything.
Relatable though.
Yeah.
It's
awesome.
Relatable.
Yeah.
But don't you want to
Weird
escape
Al.
through the hip hop music you listen to? Like that's what like struggle rap is.
No, I mean, struggle raps. I think it could take off. I think someone with skill should look into it.
You should ghostwrite. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
we know some famous rappers. Guys, let's move on to the top story of the day, which is a short one but a sweet one if you believe it, and I am inclined to want to believe it.
The cream of the crop.
So the Telegraph, the publication, the UK publication, has been reporting that Russian soldiers are literally running for their lives as their chain of command collapses. Now, we talked earlier, I think yesterday,
that's not good,
about Ukraine kicking or taking back some of the Car 5 or Car 4.
Kharkiv. Silent K.
Yep. But this is a little bit more, I think. So a Ukrainian intelligence unit on the front line said that the Russian chain of command was broken. Soldiers were fleeing without putting up a fight. They report that many of the soldiers changed into civilian clothes to avoid detection. Here's a picture of some of the tanks that they left behind. I guess they got stuck in the mud. They said it's just an insane amount of gear that's just being left behind because they're just abandoning ship and running. A drone operator returning from the front line on Sunday also told the Telegraph that the speed of the offense had even taken their own army by surprise, with troops struggling to recover the mountains of Russian ammunition and armored vehicles that were left behind. There was an intercepted communication, a commander with the call sign Birdie.
That's what happens when you get caught by surprise like we did in Afghanistan.
We left all that stuff too. So it sounds like Ukraine waited it out and like tug a rope, and then they just yanked the rope really hard.
Ukraine just will not back down.
They just attacked them.
A commander with the call sign Birdie described hearing a Russian tank unit desperately asking what had happened to their command and then saying in Russian, "We are totally fucked." Now, look, that could be propaganda. I don't know. The Russian,
there was
Russia
a lot
does
of
their own fair share of it. That is the Telegraph.
So does Ukraine. So does Ukraine.
Good.
Lots of frog of war about the Kharkiv situation.
What are they struggle rapping it? Shouldn't Russia have taken Ukraine by now? This is embarrassing. What are they? They're propaganda how bad they are.
That's what the Soviets said about Afghanistan, Mark.
No, Mark.
Said about Afghanistan.
Ukraine does a lot of propaganda as well, just like everybody does. But they do a lot. They do a ton.
Fuck Putin.
Yes.
So hopefully the Ukrainians can hold down their fort and be free people. Because that's what we all deserve. Anyway, we all want to turn the clock back, especially Putin with his blood cancer. For some of us, it's vanity. Others, we just want to live those glory days. Am I right, Wes? Right?
Absolutely, Pat.
Mark, you were there. Will was there.
Glory days. Another resting establishment.
Glory Days Bar and Grill. I think it was in Sterling.
No, that was in Sterling. Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
Sterling?
Yeah.
Which is the
Right on
trashy.
Cranesville
We can all kick the
Gross.
puppy that is Sterling, right?
I was a big
poor
Sterling guy.
bastards.
I would say if I had to claim a second city, it would be Sterling over.
Well, because that's the only football league that allowed
right. Pop Warner,
larger
baby.
weighted individuals playing
That's right.
Pop Warner, which
why
honestly
we
they
get-
should have.
And we went into high school kicking asses. That's everybody out of that program. We were just beating the shit.
Some of the
out
most
people who
badass
played
football
in the
players,
weight-
period, in the region
weight thing.
played in
Most
Sterling
cars
because
and
there was no
lawns
weight limit. It was,
per capita.
Criminals.
Anyway,
too.
Yeah.
guys.
That's true, Wes. Lots of them.
Oh, in Sterling? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
Sterling's fucked up.
Where
bro.
should I park the car? Right in the lawn, huh?
Patton Oswalt does a number of sterling jokes in his new comedy special about what a trash hole it is. But they had great Taco Bell. Anyway, I would love to wake up every morning with zero brain fog, a clear mind, and I'd love to be energized. You know that feeling when you're energized, like when you were young? Yeah, or like when you could remember shit. When someone was like, "Hey, what was the name of that actor in that movie?" and you were like, "Oh, bah, 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 bah." It's Tom Hanks. But now
high fiving after you get
now you don't know. Now you say the alphabet backwards in your head and then come to Tom Hanks 7 minutes later. Well, that doesn't have to happen, guys.
Should have taken your Sunbeam.
Could have taken your Sunbeam, which is from First Person, who's our partner today, and I use for first person, and that's why I have a more active role in my brain's health, and that's why I'm a little bit sharper than I was before first person. Guys, after witnessing the deterioration effects of Alzheimer's had on their father and grandfather's cognitive health, brothers Chris and Joe were saying, not on our watch, Satan. So they took brain health into their own hands, and 25 years of research and experimentation later, they created First Person, which is an innovative, precision-targeted cognitive supplement, just the stuff that your brain needs, right? It's a system which uses brain-boosting medical benefits of mushrooms, right? The largest organism in the world. I don't need to tell you the magic of mushrooms, do I? And they activate the full potential of human cognition and brain health. These are supplements, right? They are made with functional mushrooms. Their aim is to stimulate the body's natural production of specific neurotransmitters that trigger activities like energy, mood, sleep. It's all organic. Come on. And I personally love the golden hour, which is for connection and joy. But they have the sunbeam, which is motivation and focus. They have the moonlight, which is deep restorative sleep. Dude, First Person is awesome. I highly recommend it. You should order it. You should feel better. Doing something is something. Take a step to having better mental cognition and start improving your brain health with First Person. You get 15% off your first order by going to getfirstperson.com. Use code HARDFACTOR. That's one word. That's GETFIRSTPERSON.com. Code HARDFACTOR for 15% off your first order. Getfirstperson.com. Code HARDFACTOR. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
All right, guys. Nothing worse than being uncomfortable. Am I right?
I hate it.
No, nothing really.
Nothing really.
You made me put my shirt back on earlier.
Yeah.
That's right.
Start fidgeting.
Right. Go to a nice event,
Itching.
wearing some stiff dress shirt, chokes you to death, or makes you look like you're definitely the guy that farted because it fits you so bad, accentuates your fat body. Well,
oh my God.
The days of feeling uncomfortable and looking bad are over, thanks to Mizzen and Main, the inventors of the performance fabric dress shirt. Like I said, nothing worse than being uncomfortable. Mizzen and Main doesn't want you to be uncomfortable. That's why they made the most lightweight, breathable.
Sure shit don't.
No, they don't.
No.
It's the last thing they want you to be.
Yeah.
And moisture wicking dress shirt that you can buy. Their high performance dress shirts are warm in winter and cool in summer. Think of their clothing as your secret weapon for any occasion. I'm confident that if you give Mizzen Main a try, you'll never go back to conventional men's clothing again. I can tell you firsthand, Mizzen and Main's dress shirts are actually the best dress shirts I've ever worn. Will and Mark have worn some on the show. They are stylish. Never felt fabric like this before. The best dress shirts you'll ever buy, frankly. And
it's like a jersey, except it's a dress shirt. It's incredible.
That's right. Machine washable, no more expensive trips to the dry cleaner. Don't you want to wear the same material you wear to the gym when you go to work or watching football with friends? Just being comfortable.
Changing.
Yeah, it's nice, right? Last time I was golfing, I wore one of these shirts, and the cart girls, they were attentive, let me tell you. I don't know. It might have been the snacks I was buying.
No, it was the shirt.
But it was the shirt. I'm pretty sure it was the shirt.
100% the shirt.
Yeah. So if you wear dress shirts and don't wear Mizzen and Main, you're making a huge mistake. So if you want the best damn dress shirts money can buy, check out Mizzen and Main. Right now, if you go to Mizzen and Main, that's MIZZENANDMAIN.com, use promo code HARDFACTOR, you'll get $25 off any regular price order of $130 or more. And trust me, once you get in there and see how great these shirts are, you're gonna be spending that no problem because they are fantastic. So that's $25 off when you go to MIZZENANDMAIN.com. Use promo code HARDFACTOR.
Yeah,
All
if
right.
you're not single, bring a stick with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Car girls can be like, hey, at the turn, you want a screw?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll quit my job right now.
Could easily happen.
Yeah. Got a new segment for you guys. It's called Twitter is a bunch of crybaby bitches and it's never going to change. Okay?
Oh, well, ain't that the truth? I mean, that's just
Right.
Hey, we're on Twitter.
Here's their new
There's the
logo.
good and the crybaby Twitter.
So this is a literal segment. It's not satiric. It's not like a.
Well, you could do
literal,
this
yeah.
segment. This one's got legs though, because Twitter's always crying about something. I agree.
5 days a week.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it would be
there's
literal
always-
if babies could tweet, but they can't.
Right.
You know what you could do? You could do the Truth Social and Twitter, because I bet you they're as big a crybabies over on Truth
100%.
Social.
Oh no!
And so it's like
We're
you
totally
could just
cool
do
and rational.
you could
Hey,
just do a
truth that.
nonstop
Retruth
crying.
Retweet that lie real quick.
Truth tweets.
Truth it.
Twitter's just it's a
And then get her.
Double truth it.
meeting place.
Getter,
for people
I
to
think,
get
is just going downhill. Yeah, it's just going
They're all,
down.
they're all terrible people.
Anyways, guys, Chick-fil-A seemingly navigated the whole
getting away.
Anti-LGBTQ thing over there at their delicious establishment, right? Changing up their philanthropic model to include everyone and to not include organizations that fight against LGBTQ rights. The gays have returned to eating delicious chicken sandwiches, as far as I can tell.
Oh.
They,
But
ne-
now,
they never left.
yeah, they never left. They love it. It's delicious.
Yeah, I mean, I bet the protesters often ordered Chick-fil-A delivery.
could I have a
later on.
chick- could I have a chicken
it's
sandwich, please?
good.
Yeah.
To throw away.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it away outside, okay?
Yeah. But now, guys, after a tweet over the weekend, they have riled up a different community, a community that, as far as stereotypes go, are probably some of their best and most loyal customers, just like we are. But not because of the community that they are a part of, but because they share the same taste buds we do and find Chick-fil-A to be delicious. I'm, of course, talking about the African-American community, or as my racist grandma would say, the blacks. Okay?
Oh,
She was racist, huh?
but isn't black the technical correct term?
But then she shook her fist. You know,
Yeah, but it
you
was
missed
the time,
you missed
the
it's
place
when-
she
it's
said
when-
it.
Yeah, it's when she shook her fist
And
afterwards.
the.
The black.
It's the.
It's the Jews is the same thing, technically you're referring to.
And then
Yeah,
she
but you
slammed
got to
her
be
fist
careful with the.
That's right.
Adding that the before.
She got a little angry. Over the weekend, a Chick-fil-A fan by the name of Don, or at Kanye is my dad, he tweeted this out because he was disappointed in their menu offerings. He wrote, "Grilled spicy deluxe, but still no spicy nuggets at Chick-fil-A." And then he had the gif of a cow just chewing, looking very
With
disappointed.
big eyes.
Yeah.
Those are fake eyes.
Well, we all know how much Chick-fil-A values its customers.
Chick-fil-A spicy nuggets would be good. That's good. That's a great point by Don.
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, but the whole success of Chick-fil-A's operation is keep it simple, stupid. Except they don't say stupid.
Yeah, they only
They
have
say,
like 5
sweetie,
items.
keep
Silly.
it simple, sweetie.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, silly.
Right.
Do you want
You're
your food
silly.
fast? We got to keep it to these 6 items, honey.
It's got to be simple and just sweet and silly.
That's right. And we all know how much Chick-fil-A values its customers, prides itself on supreme customer service. So the social media team saw Don's tweet. Oh, by the way, this is Don. He's a black man. Here he is. Very important, as you will see later, according to the whiny bitches on Twitter. So some white girl, has to be a white girl, over at Chick-fil-A's social media team replied to Don with, quote, "Your community will be the first to know if spicy items are added to the permanent menu, Don."
as in like his geographical location or
Well, that's
I don't know. It's a little suspect.
yeah.
Did they clarify later?
York, yes. Okay, so
Then later that day they said, "Hey blacks, hey the blacks,
yeah.
coming
Yeah.
soon."
Don't worry, we know y'all love spicy stuff. We'll,
Your
we'll let you
people
know.
You were
Yeah.
will be
first to know how
alerted.
How are you going to alert only the black people first?
We'll fly some pigeons and let you know.
We'll hand out flyers in jail or whatever, wherever you people are.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Which, I mean, it's cool. Hey, I love it when fast food restaurants interact. It makes me feel special, like I've made it, like they care. But
idiot
some
tweet.
whiny bitches saw the language in the tweet as the most racist thing since the colonies, right? You see the term, "your community" didn't sit well with the woke police on Twitter,
Right,
and they
okay.
wasted no time getting triggered about a stupid tweet. Here's Base Savage, who wrote, "What do you mean by your community?" Question
I
mark.
think he
I mean,
knows.
Yeah. Then
It's a leading
the one-
question.
Then
At
the,
Crack Cobain.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Then the one that got this whole article written and everyone riled up was from Dula Prep, aka You Don't Know B, who's white, who said, "Do you mean like the black community?" Okay.
Yes, I think that's what they meant. Yeah.
However, the backlash and racism accusations started, and Chick-fil-A stepped in and was like, whoa, relax, everyone. We didn't mean community like all you blacks. We meant community, as Mark said, as a reference to areas where the restaurants are located, like your local community. They went on to say the response was a poor choice of words, but was not intended in any way to be insensitive or disrespectful. We often use the term community in a broader sense to talk about places where we operate restaurants and serve the surrounding
love community.
Yeah. We're big in the community.
Yeah,
We
the
love the
Christian that tweeted it is doing 500 Hail Marys
Yes.
and 100 Our Fathers. and
We meant
showed
like
back
the
to
Flint,
tweeting.
Michigan community or the
Yes.
Atlanta community. They like go on to
Exactly. So
Inner city Baltimore.
yeah.
Like,
Maybe innocent about it. That's all we were talking about.
right. So a lot of people came in to defend Chick-fil-A and criticized Dula for his tweet. Like this guy says, "Do you live in a community? Stop reaching." And then even Siraj was in on it. The list said, "Uh-oh, I see you sent a tweet." So Siraj was trying to rile stuff up. And Brute Force came in. They personally respond to a tweet question, gets slammed for saying your community. The whole world has gone nuts. Get the fuck over it. They aren't racist. And then Navy Tim says the white guy, calm down, homie. And then White Cyanide, who you think, oh, well, what's White Cyanide got to say about this?
Yeah.
He says, no, dipshit. Are you trying to make the word community a racist word? Fucking hate people like you. And they twist a comment to fit some divisive ass agenda. So that was pretty much the consensus. And by the way, this guy also is hilarious.
I mean,
he said, my neighborhood is slumming and it built to Bojangles. So he's like, you guys should be thankful you even have a Chick-fil-A. You know,
I mean, it's very believable.
What a burn on
Put his
Bojack.
up again. He really wants a Chick-fil-A too, because in parentheses, he's Roy Anderson
hates
trademark.
Bojangles.
In parentheses, he's fat/hungry.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Yeah. I mean, look, you look at the context clues of Chick-fil-A, knowing what you know
I'm
about
dealing with an
Chick-fil-A.
inferior chicken sandwich.
And I'm hungry.
It's very believable that the person said your community as in terms of the black community. Probably not likely, but it's believable.
I would say
I think, like,
it's probably a mistake.
but you got to give you have to
think it's
give
probably a
benefit of the doubt in text for
Because they
Because
always
of the
use, they've used community in past
But the
tweets and it always
exactly,
references them like geographic location.
The context of,
Yeah, you're
of
proud.
a fast food chain is you always are talking about the different regions, and probably their term is communities or whatever.
Right. It's
So,
probably
like-
probably like a term that they use in the fast food game.
I would
When I
imagine.
worked at Chick-fil-A,
like,
I don't really remember, but it was a long time ago.
region would have been better.
Region, yeah, I remember the regional manager coming in. It wasn't the community manager.
Your areas will. I don't know.
Area,
I
yeah,
guess.
you're local. You're local.
It's certainly funny.
I mean, look. I'm glad that
Also,
I'm glad that it caused Twitter to have a reaction because now we get to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I did a little digging just to see how just diverse and inclusive Chick-fil-A's corporate team is, and you won't believe it. On their executive committee page, they have 9 people, 5 white men, 3 white women, and then they trumped everyone who says they're racist. They didn't just hire a black guy. They hired a black guy with either the most African-sounding name or Japanese-sounding name I've ever heard. He's from Atlanta,
what?
Anome Okuma, okay? They hired Anome Okuma. Here he is. There he is. So there you go.
African.
Bunch of idiots on Twitter arguing over a tweet about some spicy chicken nuggets. Oh, I'd like you to meet Mr. Okuma. There he is. Yeah.
He's also the
got a nice
chief
smile.
digital officer. He probably should have caught
Exactly.
that.
He
That
probably
was
should
from
have
his
caught
It
department.
was under his thing. Oh, that's a good point though, that he is the chief digital officer.
Well, if he comes out and says communities is a term we use, then it's case closed.
Yeah.
I mean,
right, yeah. So if it's his team doing
can't
it,
really argue with Anume. Yeah.
with
But,
Okuma, yeah.
Hey, they're clamoring to get those spicy nuggets out now, though, and probably we're all going to get them now thanks to this tweet, which is great.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Don. You know, really,
Yeah,
thank you,
it
Don.
all
Started the
works
whole
out.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Except for the years of oppression. But did you see the Nebraska thing?
What the
Oh,
coach?
Scott Frost. I mean,
No. They hired the first black coach in the history of the
right.
college for any sport, not just football.
Any sport.
In the history of Nebraska, which has probably been around for 170 years, was the first time a black coach has been hired for
Any sport.
any of the 70 sports Nebraska plays. Nice,
you got to think
Nebraska.
the athletes are probably 50% black.
I would assume so.
Probably. I mean, if you throw all sports in, but like the major sports, it's more
all
than that.
sports.
They
all
couldn't
sports
have a
over
black
the course.
track coach.
Yeah, we included
at any
swimming.
point? Jesus. All right, are we done with that one?
Yes, we're done.
All right, let's take a
Chill
trip
out,
then.
Twitter.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
It's one of those unfortunate things where you're like, the internet, like both of those are like, the internet's like, oh, Nebraska did a good thing. They hired a black coach. And they're like, but it's the first time ever in the history of the college for any sport. Yeah. Now we know because the internet.
Right. And then a bunch of angry white Nebraskans
Same
are like,
thing.
MLK would have been proud.
And it was the same argument as the Chick-fil-A. It was just everyone's yelling at each other. All right.
Yeah. Also on Twitter. Surprise.
That's what I'm saying. That was both on Twitter. All right. The hits keep coming for the UK now that the Queen has passed, guys. First up, Canada is refusing to change the face on their money. They aren't going to put that schmuck Charles on their bills. They're sticking with the Queen.
Don't blame them.
Did you say what? What did you say?
Yeah, they're just leaving the Queen on. Charles is not getting on those bills or coins. Also
weird.
Now,
I wouldn't want new faces on American bills. Like I'm pretty much like on the major bills. Like I don't want changes.
Yeah, look, the Queen took over 70 years ago, right? Like it's over. It's over.
Not
Sorry,
only
right. It's done. Keep
not
your
only
bills
do
the
you
same.
not want changes, but you don't want to change it to Charles. It's like a double whammy.
Right,
It's like,
exactly.
pass.
Keep Benjamin. I want Benjamin Franklin on that 100. That whoremongering motherfucker. Like I've made my bed with him.
I
that
wouldn't
turkey
mind some of
killing
his whores.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
We call them Benjamins, literally.
If we were to change the Benjamin, I wouldn't mind. Where's that picture? The cop's rear end, the French cop.
Yeah.
Oh,
right,
the big butted
If
cop.
she was American, I'd be on board with that.
Get her
Yeah,
on
imagine Benjamin Franklin's body, right, and his butt, but then take that butt and then put it on a tight waist.
Yeah.
French lady. That's what it was like.
Ooh, corrections.
What am I-
She's a
Say
woman in
stuff
uniform too.
Give me a butt, you know? Yell me 3
Arrested
butts.
for it. Yeah, here,
Butts.
I'll trade you 3 butts for it. Also,
Would it be her body or her face in the thing, or would it just be her butt in the middle?
probably just the butt?
Just the portrait section.
It's too big. You got to proportion size it.
Yeah,
Just
it'd be
the
hard
butt.
to keep the whole picture in.
Yeah. Also, not only Canada, but now India is piling on and demanding the return of the 793 carat Kohinoor diamond. Okay, here's what this is like a remake of what it was originally size-wise. The Kohinoor diamond that was the main piece in the Queen's mom, also known as the Queen Mother's crown, which I think we saw earlier in the show. It was trimmed down to 105 carats, though, because putting a 793 carat diamond in a crown's just ridiculous, right?
Oh, they trimmed it
For
down.
the royals. Well,
Oh my goodness.
Well, you
Wait to hear
trim
the
them
rest
down
of it.
because that to make them look good.
wait till you hear the rest of it. Apparently, this diamond was mined in the now Andhra Pradesh region during the Katayan dynasty of the 12th to 14th centuries in India. So it goes all the way back to it was mined in like the 13 or 1400s.
So they stole their like crown jewel of India and gave it to the royals.
So many people died over this diamond. Then it was
whatever they
possessed by
wanted to in India.
the Mughals. The Mughals was a dynasty in the India region. Then it was later seized by the Persians, and then the Afghans got their hands on it after
It's like
all
the
these wars.
Arkenstone. Yeah.
Yes. Eventually, the beautiful, important gem was taken back from the Afghans by India and returned home. Oh, wait, but then it was immediately seized by the East India Company in the late 1840s, who gave it to Queen Victoria. And then after a few royal generations passed it around laughing at their wealth and the lack of others, it was finally recut to the 105 carat version and placed in the Queen Mother's crown in 1937, where it has stayed. You got to be kidding me.
Wow.
I mean, that's just a huge
impressive.
fuck you to India. They took India's most precious jewel of all time and then crushed it down to make it into the crown jewel.
And the other pieces they put in like museums. So they took the 793 carats. They put the
So
cocky.
much shit is in British museums that was
Oh,
stolen.
the stone, exactly. You know, how 5 dynasties fought over this thing for like 600 years, and more than half the world's population is poor. But that old cunt really needed a $200 million gem protruding from her forehead.
Well, look, they're not going to give it. They're not going to give it back, guaranteed.
Would
Guaranteed.
you call her?
Yeah, something for the people to strive for, I guess. In another life, if you're born into or marry into one particular obnoxious family of do-nothing figureheads, you can have $1 billion hat too.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah.
You kidding me? Look at all the fucking diamonds in this thing.
Don't
how
post it on
obnoxious is
social
that?
media.
How obnoxious is that
born
crowd? Yeah,
royal.
she's gonna get rolled up on. He put that on Instagram story. But now that the queen is dead and her mother long dead, India is saying, "Give us back the diamond that you stole from us." Apparently, the UK is kind of on an international apology tour as they recently returned 72 artifacts, including 12 brass 12 brass plaques known as the Benin Bronzes to the Nigerian government. Look at this. That's clearly not from the
Dicks
UK.
on their heads. Yeah.
They can have that back, but you're not giving back the diamond.
Right. They gave him the dickhead statue. But
Well, apparently,
No problem.
apparently these artifacts were like amongst Nigeria's most prized artifacts of all time, and they were seized and just placed in British museums. That was probably fun for the few Nigerians that could afford a trip to London to see. Like, oh, there they are.
right. Yeah.
Oh,
Look at this. They have all of our finest wares.
It's the Benin Bronzes. I thought those were.
Yeah.
I learned about that in school. The monarchy is over, England. It's time to join us in reality. Send back the diamond and knock it the fuck off with the coronations and the bullshit. Just end it on the queen. She was the best of your monarchs anyways. No one needs her putsy weirdo and pedophilic sons continuing this farce. By the way, let's check in on the queen's sons, actually. I got a couple short videos to play you of these jackasses. Here's King Charles showing you just how into being king and being a piece of shit he is. Here we go.
Here he is.
So here is King Charles. He's shooing.
Signing
Shooing.
This is the best.
Shooing. Get it. Take that away. Take it away. He says to someone he obviously thinks is, a piece of shit. And then I cut out like 5 seconds. This all happens in about 25 seconds. He's signing something. And about 15 seconds after he shooed the guy the first time, he's got this OCD. He's going to line it up, right? And then what's he doing here? Why is this here? Why is this here? Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
He just makes this weird face at the guy.
Idiot. Take it away, idiot.
What are you doing?
Now, peasant, servant.
I can't believe the guy that had to collect it wasn't naked wearing a ball and gag. Charles is definitely going to have an actual jester in his court, it looks like, to entertain.
Charles is taking it back old school. You can tell. He's like, I'm really going to explore being the king. Like, I'm going to be the fucking king.
He's been waiting long enough, man.
When there's a servant that's fucking around on my desk, I'm going to fucking shoot him.
Day one, you're going to
right
start
in front of
abusing
everybody.
servants.
Yeah, this face at the end is definitely the face of I've been waiting for it. Look at Wilson. Look at the face he makes.
He wants to behead someone.
I'll kill you.
So bad.
Yeah, he does. He's about to roll the guillotine back in the streets.
Yeah,
I know he's going to take heads off the slam. Okay, now so that's Charles. He's a piece of shit. Obviously taking it way too seriously. Thinks he's better than everyone. Now, how about the sex addict pedophile son? Let's check in on him and see what he's doing. Here we go.
Grandchildren who
There he is.
Oh my God! What did he just do?
That's his daughter.
Disgusting.
Here comes the close up. He credit cards his daughter with his fingers
one?
in the butt.
Oh,
And
he grabs.
unfortunately, the transaction was approved.
He grabs the lower cheek.
He credit carded his daughter with the fingers
That's a
in the
dirty
butt
man.
crack.
That's a
He
dirty
went out of
man.
his way to stick it up there.
Yeah,
That was
he
not.
really
There was
did.
no accidental. Like, even if there is such a thing.
Credit card.
That was disgusting. I feel bad for his daughter. That's disgusting. That's insane.
Transaction approved.
transaction was approved, unfortunately.
Damn. How old is she?
Just grabbed her. fucking
21,
mouth right-
25.
It's his daughter. Who cares?
I know, but I'm just wondering.
Beatrice
She's like 14.
She looked like no. She looked like she was an adult. He's like 60 something.
So there's Beatrice is 34, and the other one's around the same age.
We heard it was his
Pretty
daughter.
gross.
I don't know. Might have been his daughter. Either way, he's credit carding someone while mourning. Potentially his daughter.
Oh, he can't pass it up. If he sees a lower ass cheek that's like, and he can get his fingers in the middle of it and almost touch a butthole, he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, he
Charles
wants to
should
get
just
around
behead
his
Andrew. That would make him the greatest king of all time.
Behead Andrew.
Yeah, if he beheads Andrew.
That would be fucking sick.
That would
front of
solve all
everyone?
of his problems. Yeah, in front of everyone.
I'm sorry, brother, but we must do it for the good of the realm.
Yeah, ushers for his jester to clean up the bloody head.
Yeah. Get Andrew's head out of it.
Get it out of here.
Now,
He's the best king ever.
yeah, he'd have a lot of power after, like right after that, he'd be super powerful. Yeah.
So, okay, I mean, but it's over. The Royals knock it off. And for Christ's sake, resume the EPL matches. Nottingham Forest should have gotten shellacked by Leeds last night. What are we doing?
You're stopping us from MOTing Royals.
It's enough, England. It's enough. All right, next up. A lot of people sent this one in, and Hard Factor Wes was all over it as well this weekend. I did not forget about it yesterday when I did the TikTok. I just needed Wes here to discuss it. In New Zealand, a whale capsized a boat, killing 5 humans in a clear declaration of war.
Well,
What kind of whale?
True
I've read the reports. I've read the reports because obviously
angry.
Obviously, I've been tagged, and the reports say that
On the size of a
boat
whale.
crashed into the side of the whale.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, Will. No.
Is that a whale publicist?
The boat was no, Will. It's not true at all. The boat right there that was flipped this weekend had 11 people on it that were bird watching on board.
I know.
In Goose Bay, you don't know, near the town of Kaikoura, when the boat was lifted up by something from underneath it and flipped over. 5 of the 11 did not survive. And while police, quote,
Sounds like they ran into the whale then.
No, the whale was underneath them, swam underneath the boat, and then lifted them up and killed them on purpose. And while the police, quote, refused to speculate on what hit the boat because they are pussies that don't want to admit we are in a serious conflict with whales, everyone else, including the survivors, are saying it was a fucking whale and it doesn't seem like it was an accident. That's what they're saying. What do you guys think?
No. Of course, it wasn't an accident. Like you said,
I think you go in the whale's domain. It doesn't always.
So the ocean. So 70% of the world is the whales. Will are we not the alpha? Are we not the top of the food chain? Should we not be?
Doesn't
taking,
sound like in this situation.
We should be taking the ocean from the fucking whales. Fuck them. Or they don't get the ocean. No. I don't think so. They're not going to capsize us. That ain't happening. Craig Mackle
starting a war you don't want to finish.
Oh, we win that war, my friend. Craig Mackle, the mayor of Kaikoura, told reporters he believed the boat had hit a surfacing whale. Mr. Mackle said conditions in the bay at the time were perfect and that officials assumed the whale had surfaced beneath the vessel, causing it to overturn. That sounds premeditated to me.
Oh, whoops!
I had heard that.
Was there a boat there?
No, Will, the boat didn't crash into the whale. It did not. It got
sounds like it did.
Underneath.
I mean,
no, it got
like
lifted from underneath. Will, you're wrong.
It crashed into the whale's back when he was taking a breath.
The whale crashed into them as a joke to kill them.
The boat crashed into the whale's back as he was breathing in his own domain.
They were going a normal path, and the whale swam underneath them, lifted them up, and then sprayed water in their faces as they were drowning from its blowhole.
Did he eat any of them?
I don't know. That's a good question, Wes.
Probably.
Did they recover the bodies?
Some people were saying, what if the boat struck some debris of any kind? And then everyone that knows anything about boats said, well, how come there isn't a hole in the boat then, idiots, or a marking? It looks like, and all accounts say, it was lifted and flipped. From underneath. So
right, probably had nothing to do. This no witness thing probably had nothing to do with any type of.
There are 6 witnesses, Will, that are all saying they got lifted from underneath. And look, because 11 on it, 11 on it, 6 that
on the boat.
are lucky to be alive. And I'm not trying to
convenient story.
I'm not trying to downplay the tragedy. RIP to the people that died and condolences to their families.
Yes, rest in peace. Exactly.
They did nothing wrong. They were taken way too soon by a monster. When confronted with the obvious culprit of a whale, Sergeant Matt Boyce declined to comment on whales, but admitted that the incident was unprecedented. He was then heard whispering, "Go now and inform the Japanese," to his underling, who ran off with great urgency. Not good. Whales are flipping over boats for fun. And like I said, 70% of the earth is oceans. That ain't for you.
So you just want to kill all whales?
Well, if they don't want to play nice, if they want to capsize boats, and that ain't happening because we're the ones with the weaponry.
Hey, Mark, guess what? Hey, Mark, guess what? My whale tattoo on my arm is finally completely finished. Doesn't it look nice?
Well, look, you're on the whale side.
It looks awesome.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm on the human side.
This part of its saddle patch, I had the word Max put in there for listener Max
for
Soviak,
a human being,
who died,
Max, yes,
who died in Kabul at the airport. And then there's the rainbow smoke that it's blowing out of its blowhole because Wes dared me. He said I wouldn't get a rainbow.
You're not going to rile me up with you being a weirdo whale lover. Like, I just don't get it.
Can't he just be a whale lover? Hey, I love it, Will. Have you checked in with your shark tattoo recently, though? Because I feel like it might be feeling
a whale shark.
Left out.
He's getting chased by the orca now, so his life just got a little.
No, I know, but like you got like 4D chess, and then you got regular chess with the
What do you mean?
You got a lot more love. I'm saying.
I don't see a lot.
Saying your shark tattoo is shitty is what he's saying.
No, I don't think it's shitty. I think comparatively, the whale really is a better tattoo.
Well, the orca is much more expensive, and I
Shitty
did it
now
because
is what
it's
he said.
completely inspired by the show, which you guys seem to not give
I
a
love
fuck
it.
about.
I don't see a lot.
I love it.
I don't see a lot of
I love it.
humans on your body.
Yeah, you want to get the names of the 5 people that this whale killed on
Yeah.
your tattoo?
No, Wes, why would I do that? They don't listen to the show. They didn't listen to what Wes, what the fuck?
Now
are you
they
talking
can't.
Now they
They might have been.
That is really cool. You got Max.
By the
tattooed.
way,
I
though,
didn't
you
know
guys do owe me a rainbow tattoo now because this is.
Oh
a
yeah,
rainbow tattoo.
coming right up.
I mean, you guys said you would if I got a rainbow.
No one said we would. But look,
Check the tape.
Pull the tape.
yeah,
yeah.
pull
I
the
don't
tape,
remember.
Pull the tape, whale boy. All right, that's the TikTok international.
Oh, you were just cowards then.
Pull the
no.
tape.
You know I'm a coward.
And yes, yeah, that's right.
That's
Okay.
the TikTok
All right, fellas.
international moment.
We're running long. Let's
Nice.
end it. Okay. Last story. The bike path flasher has finally been caught. Northern Virginia bike path flasher who captured national attention recently was caught, guys. You know, we talked about him before. I think we showed his crappy sketch, like his police sketch.
Yeah, that was
and
given
also-
from the Herndon Police Department. I think that's where that sketch was described.
Was it his? Which face was it?
It was a shit. I'll show you in a second. And to be fair, this is only the most recent creep on the Washington and Old Dominion Trail that runs 44.6 miles from Purcellville to Reagan National Airport. So it used to also run to Georgetown and Roslyn. It's the trail that we grew up in Herndon, Virginia. Like I used to bike this trail constantly.
It's the trail we used to get flashed on.
You got flashed on there?
No, I'm joking.
Never for me.
It's a long line of flashers in the trail. Yeah.
Exactly. This guy is just the most recent. There's always been dudes on the fucking trail who are always like trying to sexually assault people like creeps. And yes, Pat, that sketch was from the Herndon police because this most recent W&OD trail flasher was Herndon, Virginia native since January, Juan Alfaro Rodriguez, 42 years old.
He's intimidating.
So we
That's Herndon for
probably
you.
don't
Look at that.
probably don't know Juan. That's a good
Yeah.
point, Wes. Probably don't know Juan though, because he is on the run from rape and sex assault charges in New York.
He's
So that's
on
why
the
he moved to
Juan.
Herndon in January. Right.
Oh man.
And then he was finally caught after enough joggers in our hometown of Herndon, Virginia, spotted him on the path and called the police to like tip where he was at. And then, they finally got him. So nice work by the Herndon joggers because this dude was extremely creepy. Check this out. Here's a surveillance shot on the trail of him jogging. And his main move was apparently to take off those tight little shorts he's wearing in that pic you see and just run up to chicks pantless from behind and try to grab him by the waist. And,
He also, from what I heard, was saying, "Check it out."
oh, I'm sure. Lots of
Hey, look at it.
exclamations about his penis. Yeah,
I
everyone
want to
who's
see you
reported
seeing it.
so far has been able to run away and scream for help and get away from him. But you got to think that he's done so many attacks. Probably not everybody got away. So Juan is being charged with 5 counts of indecent exposure for now. And the cops think he was involved in up to 21 other known cases and are asking for the other probably numerous victims to come forward and let them know what Juan did to them on the trail. And then after going through trial in Herndon and Fairfax, Virginia, Juan is getting shipped back to Suffolk County, New York to answer for his rape and sex assault.
My
crimes there as
goodness.
well.
For the old rape charge, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely raped someone in Northern Virginia too. This freak. Look at his. What is that? Like a knife wound on his head?
Hey, he's not guilty yet.
Oh,
He's not
Pat,
guilty yet.
He's pretty clearly guilty. I think he's got they've got I mean, that definitely looks like him in the surveillance photo. And also one last thing about this
from
case.
that surveillance photo.
One last thing about this case, though, Wes. You will
He
see
had a
this.
he had a do rag on.
Looks just like
The do-rag.
No, that's Juan.
that's clearly
That looks
Juan.
like- it's the same.
It's not Juan. One of those was running from Commander's training camp, and one of them is Juan.
That's Juan.
No.
One of them's
right there, it's
5'11",
Oh,
160
you're right,
pure
Pat.
muscle.
He's probably
The other's
totally-
Juan.
He's probably totally innocent, Pat. He's probably completely innocent, 100%, and that's
Feed this
why
guy
they're
to the
charging him with
whales.
5 and they think that he did 25 more sex assaults. You're right, Pat. He's probably.
I'm not a Juan guy. I'm just, you
are. What the fuck? All right. Okay. One last note about this.
Until proven guilty. That's
dude. The guy was like trying to rape chicks in our hometown, and you're like, no, man. He's probably fucking cool, bro. One. Note about this case.
Very different thing that I said. Very wildly different.
I'd like to get some beers with Juan. Get to know him first.
Let's hear him out, huh? He's
Sweet eyes.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
I want to hang out with Juan. I know. I can tell from his face. Check out how bad the police sketch is of Juan from the Herndon police.
Is it cool if I bring Juan to your wedding?
The only thing they got right, no, Pat, it's not, is the ridge at the top of his nose. You guys can see that. So that's the only thing they got right. If this is him, which they say it is him.
They got the nose in general from here to here, right?
He has lips too.
Yeah.
So
look, if I get accused of 33 rapes amongst 4 states, I'd like you to give me the benefit of the doubt too.
Exactly. Probably an okay guy.
I didn't say that.
You guys are so quick to judgment all the time.
I say feed him to the whales.
Yeah.
If he's guilty.
Another penis-shaped news. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket that is for some reason shaped like a penis, just like the Amazon logo is also shaped like a penis.
Guy
and the other
loves
company
penis.
Jeff
He
Bezos
loves his
owns.
penis.
He loves penises. It failed a test on Monday, but the escape pod allegedly functioned properly. I'm playing it for silence so you guys can see. Here's the rocket exploding and blowing up. And then there is the escape pod that they say this is it working properly. It's got like a parachute coming out. And
so is this supposed to put our minds at ease? Because the escape pod worked?
Well, right. Watch.
Oh, my God.
Oh, so you die when you land.
Oh, no. Shit. That's not a soft landing.
Yeah. So fucking Blue Origin posts that video.
Bone in your body when you land.
Yeah. Completely killed everybody in the escape pod.
Worse than the Indian carousel falling.
Holy shit. Oh,
they posted that video. The company, Blue Origin, verified account, said booster failure on today's uncrewed flight. Escape system performed as designed.
So maybe add
in other news
to that thing.
We're looking for new space dog volunteers.
Yeah.
Our mannequins are completely broken. Also, guys, one last thing, not penis related, but awesome. If you didn't see it, models on Sunday at New York's Fashion Week did a catwalk in nothing but sex tape. And that's what that looked like.
Good grief.
What is
So I'm just going to play that on repeat one more time. So that's one that's sex tape, and that she's got studs on her sex tape. Really nice. Really,
what
really
is sex
nice.
like
sex tape?
It's like tape that you just.
I know what sex tape. I know what sex tape is. Obviously,
yeah.
But
tape that you can tape to your body or tape
for Mark.
Is it like
you can tape your body parts with it? You can tape your body parts together. You hear
that, Mark? You hear what the nice man is saying?
Yeah,
you can do anything with it. Yeah,
I know.
Tape them together.
You could tape your body. You could tape your legs together. You could tape your arms together. You could tape your arms and legs to things. It's by the Black Tape Project, where you can buy sex tape online. And this guy is he's doing the Lord's work out there, giving models the chance to walk the runway in nothing but sex tape.
It's like a tough gig for him.
Play that one more time. Okay.
What in the world?
Yeah, pretty nice, right? Sex tape bikinis is the new thing. And
you would need a lot of sex tape to get around that thing right there.
Oh my goodness! Imagine she's about to be a sex
springing leaks left and right. You know what I mean?
Get another roll. We're gonna need another roll.
Right. A lot of dirty dogs in that last segment. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor today. It is time for the wheel. Let's see who does the show tomorrow.
Now we just need to figure out how to title the show around sex tape so we can get a thumbnail of that chick up on YouTube.
Oh, dude. That's partially why I included it. Just so that we
care if we can't monetize this episode.
That's amazing.
I'm so glad I didn't get it today.
I'm trying to think of titles. Sex tape.
Will be TikTok.
Know it.
Yeah. You guys
all right.
Find out about sex tape?
Define sex tape. I can.
check it out. Black Tape Project, for real. Everybody, do yourself a favor and Google those pictures. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor today. Fatathon has begun. You saw Pat weigh in, or you heard him weigh in. It is time. Now, send in the card to be eligible for the grand prize. Be a patron to be eligible for the second prize. Play along on social media for a chance at a merch spin win. Please also share and save our videos. Fatathon ends Thanksgiving, by the way. And Pat, you're looking great already.
This is my before.
Oh, no, look, I mean, the after is going to be amazing. Please share and save our videos on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Snapchat now as well.
Patreon.
Wherever you like to waste time on the internet. Also, sign up for our 2 exclusive shows each week for Dirtier Jokes and much more in the Hive Hour and Florida Man Friday. And that's also available on Spotify subscriptions now as well. So it's $7.99 a month on Spotify subscriptions for both shows. And then you can go to patreon.com/hardfactor, get in on the bonus content.
Pat almost popped out
traditional
there.
tiers. Pat, you doing a flex show? Or you almost
I was trying to show you what the side looks like.
almost showed people your penis.
Starting to make a little more sense.
Juan inspired him.
Let's hear him out.
But most importantly, have a great fucking day.